Skewmon with the wither onto Kana, but yeah, he's diving in. Busio gets the shutdown as KC come back to life. It's all on the big dogs now, and Skewmon's bite is much worse than his bark. Yahoo comes back in to try and save his cat, but I'm afraid that cat is done for. A charge in from Broken Blade, a double for the Kled as the big dogs show you who's boss.
We haven't seen a huge amount from Hans Sama, but Jack Spectra has been telling me all about how strong he thinks the champion is right now. Oh my god, we got the Naz's jungle! Well, shout out to Griffin from FlyQuest. Wow.
Nidalee jungle, Aatrox top, Varus AD carry, Poppy support.
I don't like Nidalee jungle because I don't think you really have much lanes to play off.
I think that might be. I think that's Nidalee top.
AD Nidalee top.
Who knows?
I think
it's AD
five
Nidalee
top laners versus a dog, a bird, and a cow. That's where we are. This is Fearless Game 5.
I don't even. How do I break this comp down from KC?
I think it fully depends on where that Nidalee's going to price.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think Nidalee has to go top. I don't think Nidalee can go jungle with no pushing lanes ready to play off of. And you're in a really bad spot if it comes to that. You can kind of play off bot, but it's not ideal. So I think it has to be Aatrox jungle, Poppy boss, Nidalee top to try and get the push. And then the Kleds, I think, is to try and answer into, hey, maybe you can try and run people down.
It gives you some engage.
Yeah.
You don't actually really have any engage with this comp at the moment. The Alice obviously can do that, but he needs to get close enough, and Kled charge helps you do that. Skewmon on this Nasus and solo queue, 6-2 over the last couple of weeks. The last time we saw a Nasus jungle in the LEC, it was Cyanide. The man who is famously 2013.
With Cyanide?
You mentioned the old scrolls.
The man famously quoted.
And you're in this position where Busio kind of has to play defense.
Busio with the flash slam into the wall. Ignite down on LeBron as well as Hans Sama trades onto Kalist.
You've got stacks on Hans Sama, Senna, yeah, Hans Sama. I believe there's a famous song about stacks on stacks or something.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. Hans Sama flashes, looking for the trade onto Kalist, needs to walk away from the piercing arrow. But Kalist finds it in the 1v1.
Busio doing a good job, acting as bodyguard, going to protect his AD carry to help him get back to base.
Skewmon's here though, look at this wither. Now you're slow. Any gates open? I believe not, as LeBron flashes forward. The gates have been held. No, Busio. There's another wither. Yeah, he's pretty slow now. Siphoning strike, get the stacks, wait for the shield. Stacks!
Okay, so it's 1-1 now.
KC got a Drake.
Yes, they did.
Yep.
And now we get a
Busio's
flash.
going to flash in onto LeBron here. LeBron going in with the trample, gets the pole rise, but it's just going to get taken down for it. Busio aggressive on this Poppy. Gets another kill for Kalist, who's 1,000 gold ahead at 6 minutes.
Just in case it was any funny business.
LeBron has the TP from the Unsealed Spellbook, so he can go down towards the bottom side if needed. Broken Blade's going to remount here. We'll look for the bear trap on a rope. Pull Kana back. It's a cat that he's caught, not a bear. Tries to flash away. LeBron still chasing. Charging forward now. Broken Blade underneath the tower. Will tank it, and Hans Sama from downtown claims the kill. Busio on his way across though, and Broken Blade's just been dismounted from Skull. Yike trying to join in the party as LeBron's still only level 3 on this cow. Yike comes in with the Darkin Blade. Looks for the pull back Infernal. Chains the steadfast presence as well, means that LeBron cannot escape, and Yike on the wings of a world ender will secure the kill. Busio goes in for another and won't find too much more.
The flash comes through from Kana, but with the ultimate available and the reset ready. But meanwhile, at live, Casey's threatening a dive.
And going in, Busio there as well. Steadfast was flashed away from, but there's the knockback with the heroic charge. Skull! The remount for Broken Blade just in time. Will be able to walk out, but importantly, he's going to lose some minions to the tower. Skewmon coming across is going to make sure that Kled can stay around.
Really well played by Broken Blade, flashing in to get the auto on Kana. Now Kana will have to get out of here.
Skewmon just needs to get in range for the Wither. Busio going to stay around. Hex flash onto Caps. In fact, he goes instead for Skewmon, but there's the Wither. And I'm afraid, Busio, there's no way out of this one. Siphoning strike again from Skumon will be enough. I think he just used an auto in the end instead. Yeah, I totally agree. As, Chain of Corruption onto Lebrov. Doesn't have that Unbreakable Will yet. The trample popped and has to flash away with the Nasus and take more. So you do accelerate quite rapidly between 14 and 20 minutes, but it's still not good at all as Busio is caught out here. This is not good for KC either. Busio has to burn the flash to get across the crystalline wall that Caps had put up. A blue wall blocking off a KC player.
Yeah.
Fitting, I guess, as Broken Blade is dismounted, as Yehu goes in. Shogun flip and long-range ultimate from the center just for a little bit of extra shielding.
The small number on the bottom left of these champion icons, this indicates the stack count, and Narcissus doing pretty well as Cap's now the focus for Busio.
Yeah. Kalista does get rooted up with the last embrace. Skumon trying to chase Yike out. A Wither will slow down that Aatrox. Lebrov coming in as well. Pops the trample, looking for the CC to start things off. Charge as well from the Clen as he comes behind. Enemy lines onto Yike. Busio almost falls to the Dawning Shadow. Another auto needed. Skumon gets him with the Spirit Fire. Now the retreat from G2 as Broken Blade is a little bit too deep in the dive onto Yehu. Locking up with the last embrace and his last breath comes out of his lungs. G2 find 2. As they collapse perfectly around mid lane.
She can move, I'm OP. Yeah, we can go, Yeah.
With one of those abilities that is so difficult to deal with.
It's such a short
Up to
cooldown.
a 95% slow.
Oh, yeah, he's going for the steal.
Yike goes in for the steal, but Skumon secures it, and now Yike needs that Herald to get out. Punted him off the ball by the way. Into the crystal.
Wait.
What?
Where are you going, Herald?
Okay,
Do you need a map?
Okay, all while that's happening, Broken Blade sets his sights on the bot lane tower. Great idea from Yike, though. He knows that the gamble on the steal is not really that risky, but it just gets completely denied by Lebrov and Caps. Now, Broken Blade, he shouldn't die here. The Nidalee, I don't think, has much kill threat. Broken Blade insisting on the fight continuing.
When Skumon's on his way across.
Here comes the Kane.
Has Flash.
Wither.
There's the Wither. Oh, poor Cat. There's no escape from this. The Huntress has become the hunted, and Skumon is 5-0 on Nasus.
Could maybe try and turn a play opening up for Kalista, but it's very hard when G2 are collapsing.
Here comes the dog.
A charge again onto Busio. Steadfast presence into the cleanse to try and get away, but he's punted back, and his life is going to be siphoned away. 537 stacks on Nasus at 19.5 minutes here.
Has simply worked wonders for G2. Now it's Yike that's caught.
Last embrace into the knockback. A keeper's verdict finds no one guilty. More stacks for the Stack God. And more blood for the Blood God as Busio's caught out under his tower. Lebrov walked past him just to punt him back. Broken Blade diving onto the backline, and Kalista, the last carry available for KC, is forced to flash away.
Things are rapidly falling apart for KC. Kill after kill. Skumon goes to 8-0-0, and with the jungler down, that will be a 20-minute Baron. G2 looking to continue their winning ways as they put themselves in commanding position in the final game of spring.
If you ever ask me, G2 versus KC, 5-game series, how did Skumon carry the last 2 games? Still has that charge. Busio can't find an avenue in. Caps will catch Yehu blind in the bush. Knew he was in the vicinity, and there's the chase. Yehu goes in. Caps has a level advantage. Well, Flash Frost will stop Yehu in his tracks. A perfect execution does get the egg, but after that, the rest of your team are scrambling to try and defend. Dawning Shadows across KC.
I mean, this is what I meant by one of the weaknesses of Akali into Anivia.
Here's the charge.
You find that pick, but that pick can end up being your own undoing. Yehu trying to navigate his way to safety.
I don't think there is a place. I don't think it exists for him.
The Glacial Storm, Lebrov in with the trample as well. Yehu dashing across the wall. And we'll tank one tower shot. He's delaying, but Nasus is doing Drake while this is happening. Yike is here, you're right, Betty. And Yike is now leaving because he realizes maybe I can save my mid laner. He did get the slow with the Infernal Chains. Yehu will get a blast cone out.
The TP.
There's the TP as well. Lebrov doesn't have flash, can't flash across the wall. And now Yike's dead to the last embrace. Bear Trap pulls him back to charge in from Broken Blade a little bit deep. And now Kalista begins to open up. Broken Blade has to flash away.
Here comes Skumon.
Skumon is ready to close some gates. He is knocked away by the keeper's verdict. Flash Frost onto Busio. Summer hits the last embrace as well. LeBron healed up with a protoplasm harness as Kana is the next on the menu. But yeah, who's back, baby? Who let him out? Yeah, who did? Perfect execution. Back up in 2 seconds time. Skewmon with the wither onto Kana. But yeah, who's diving in? Busio gets the shutdown as KC come back to life. It's all on the big dogs now. And Skewmon's bite is much worse than his bark. Yahoo comes back in to try and save his cat, but I'm afraid that cat is done for. A charge in from Broken Blade, a double for the Kled as the big dogs show you who's boss.
Yeah, Skewmon able to make the play happen. It says drop it like it's hot and just skew as he goes through everyone here on KC.
What's up, Skewmon? Just charges through. Broken Blade was in base when this whole fight started, and he used his charge at the end. He just walked up through mid lane. In the end, way too...
Decane! Decane! No flash! Decane!
Decane is what he's saying there.
Yeah.
Just as,
so is it, instead of trick 2G, it's trick G2.
Ah, yes. True. True. Oh, Lebrov chunked out. Skewmon almost at 750 stacks. And for KC, you're left wondering.
They get in positions like this, they don't tend to drop it. And KC, they need to find some sort of miracle to do so.
Yike, trying to get away from the last embrace, but Skewmon just brings down the cane. The first inhibitor tower in the mid lane, the only inhibitor tower in the mid lane is down. Broken Blade and Lebrov stepping deep here as the rest of the team were knocked back to Dawning Shadow for the shield. G2 still pretty healthy if they want to continue to push in. Broken Blade with the TP. G2 have reached all the way back into the history books to pull out this Nasus jungle. So many stories have been written about them across the years as they look for these Nexus towers. KC trying to defend, but Skewmon with the fury of the stands will take down the Nexus towers. The Nexus, the next target in the saga of the LEC. G2 are the living definition of a myth. Once again, their story is set. And they are the champions.
What a way to close out this final. To bring out the Nasus in Game 5 and for Skewmon to go 12-0-3. What a monster performance from Skewmon. G2 claim another title as another 5-game banger against what will now be their longtime rivals of KC.
Broken Blade now ties Mickey for the second most titles of all time as we go over towards the trophy.
It's time for the trophy ceremony presented by Kia. G2 are your spring split champions!
An incredibly tense final, similar to what we had in LEC versus G2 and KC at the top of the LEC, fighting to the bitter end. But in this Game 5, G2 simply did cook that much better, and Skewmon really showed up today for G2. What a masterclass performance from him, with the Pantheon and the Nasus games back to back. A really standout performance from Skewmon.
12 kills on the Nasus, 12 kills in the game earlier as well. This man has been absolutely insane today as G2 lift their 19th title here in the LEC.
What a performance by them on the day. KC commiserations, of course, but in the end, just not quite able to get over that finish line. Twice in a row so far this year. We'll see if they can bounce back in summer. Before then, of course, we have MSI. And what an MSI it's like to be. G2, after making finals at first stand, now get to challenge the best in the main stage of our next international. But for now, they bask in the glory of being European champions. They are the demon on every other team's shoulder. They are the night terror, let's be honest. People wake up, players wake up fearing this squad. Because when it comes to the crunch, when it comes down to it, they are just unbeatable.